From Concord University in Athens, West Virginia, this is Mountain Lion News.
Hello, and welcome to Mountain Lion News. I'm Hannah Gates. Welcome back to the MLN-CU COVID Update, bringing you updates to the wellness of the campus in the midst of a continuing pandemic. As of October 12, 2020, there are 4 cases currently active among Concord University students, and this brings the total number of reported cases up to 26 throughout the entire semester. The Concord campus required testing for all residential students upon returning to campus this semester on behalf of QLab testing. As the semester has continued, however, the campus has had to rely more on its own testing resources to identify positive cases. It is advised in the Return to Campus section of the university's website that if you experience any positive symptoms, to immediately get tested here on campus or at your local healthcare provider as soon as possible to be safe. That's all for the Concord COVID update this week. Remember to stay updated. The first U.S. presidential debate took place a week ago between President Donald Trump and Joe Biden. The debate was a very raging one and full of interesting behavior as the two discussed COVID-19, the economy, race, and violence in American cities. Furthermore, the second presidential debate was canceled October 8, 2020 due to President Trump's rejection. According to CNN.com, the president states that he was not going to waste his time on a virtual debate, leaving the future of all debates in question. The second debate was supposed to happen October 15, 2020, but since President Trump declined, the commission was urged to make the debate scheduled on October 22nd, a town hall debate format. The Center for Academic and Career Development at Concord University has received a grant for $4,878 from the Community Foundation of the Virginias that will benefit the Campus Tutoring Center, giving them ability to purchase new touchscreen laptops, iPads, and Apple Pencils. Dr. Sheila Womack said, "The support from the Community Foundation of the Virginias enables us to acquire the technology necessary to keep pace with the needs of our students. We are excited for the possibilities this opens up for our tutoring program and the benefits it will provide for our students," she said. To learn more about Concord's CACD, you can visit www.concord.edu and click on the Student Life button at the top of the page. Over the weekend, Concord University's theater department performed Tragedians Anonymous over Zoom on October 9th and 10th. Tragedians Anonymous puts a few of Shakespeare's tragic characters in therapy. In order to save Shakespeare's work, the characters must band together to help 2 other characters overcome their fatal flaws. A few of the cast members included our very own Dr. Gabriel Rieger as Prospero, Skylar McAllister as Juliet, and Carissa Bowden as Queen Anne. When it comes to what's new at the cinema, we turn to MLN's very own film critic, Cameron White. Cameron?
Thanks, Hannah. Hello, and welcome to See You at Home. Today, I will be reviewing Netflix's new thriller and potentially the best film of the year in my book. Here is Devil All the Time.
Happy birthday, Arlen.
Happy birthday, honey.
Happy birthday to you.
Well, this was your daddy's. Brought back from the war. Figure it's time to pass it on.
The Devil All the Time is directed by Antonio Campos and stars Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson amongst an incredible cast. Perhaps most interestingly it is narrated by Donald Ray Pollock. When I first watched the film, I was confused as to who this narrator was. Turns out not only did he write the movie, but he also wrote the book that the film is based on. So he has my respect for that. He also has my respect for creating the most accurate depiction of Appalachian culture I've seen in a long time. Pollock grew up in the area, and his truths about not only our way of life, but our impact in our society is profound. It might just be my hometown bias, but I'm going to have to give this film 5 out of 5 chicken liver dinners. And that's not all. I'm also going to review what I can call, at best, a reinterpretation of one of my favorite bodies of work. Here's my review of Enola Holmes.
Now, where to begin? My mother named me Enola, which backwards spells alone. And yet, we were always together. And it was wonderful.
Enola Holmes is directed by Harry Bradbeer and stars Millie Bobby Brown, Louis Partridge, and surprisingly, Henry Cavill. First things first, I consider myself to be a bit of a Sherlock Holmes aficionado. I own 4 complete collections of the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle stories, one being an ebook version, and I even took a class on the great character. Granted, I got B in the class, but I wasn't complaining at the time. All of this should point to my credibility as a fan of the original works when I say the movie understands absolutely nothing about the Sherlock Holmes characters, considering that the film took place before Dr. Watson meets Sherlock. So in terms of the Sherlock timeline, Sherlock Holmes would be a major sexist, and Mycroft would be completely apathetic to the situation. I'm not giving any details because while I have my complaints with the film, it's honestly saved by the performances of Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill. I mean, I was complaining a bit while I was watching it, but I had fun. So I guess an odd time for movies, but hey, it's a 4 out of 4 falling tree limbs.
You've progressed nicely.
And that's all I have for now. Tune in next time when I review a TV show maybe. This has been See You at Home. I'm Cameron White, and now it's time for sports.
With COVID-19 making its way through Concord Athletics, there's not much to talk about here on campus with the Mountain Lions. So let's take a look at what's going on around the rest of the country. The NBA bubble in Orlando came to an end as the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Miami Heat in Game 6 of the NBA Finals to achieve what is the Lakers' 17th title in franchise history. This ties them, ironically, with the Boston Celtics for most championships of all time. Along with winning his 4th NBA ring, LeBron James would also be named Finals MVP for the 4th time. In tennis, Rafael Nadal would beat Novak Djokovic in straight sets to win the French Open for the 13th time in his career. College football also seems to be operating at full speed, as the NFL has seen multiple NFL teams shut down their facilities and postpone games due to COVID-19 outbreaks. With college basketball tipping off within the next 50 days, let's all hope that this is not a sign of things to come. And that's it for sports this week. I'm Brandon Eanes. See you guys next time.
Hello, I'm Gabe Dunn, and here is your Campus Connection. On Fridays, from now to the end of this semester, the Frank Marshall Library will be holding Fine Free Fridays. If you bring a donation to the Concord University Food Bank, the library will waive the late fee for any overdue items. On October 21st and 22nd, Karen Varanch and the Concord Theater Department will be hosting student-directed one-act plays, which will be written by MLN's own Cameron White, from 7 to 9 p.m. over Zoom. Check concord.edu for more info. On October 22nd, there will be virtual trivia night from 8 to 9 p.m. Check your email for more information. On October 23rd and October 30th, Concord will be hosting Friday Night Frights. They will be streaming horror films from now until the end of October, as long as you're using Concord's Wi-Fi. Check your email for more information. On November 6th and November 7th, Concord will be hosting their fall open house. Check-in starts at 8:30 a.m. Although our campus may not seem connected during this COVID-19 outbreak, make sure to follow Concord's and the CDC's guidelines for maintaining safety. Remember to wash your hands and wear a mask. I'm Gabe Dunn, and this has been your Campus Connection. Stay safe.
This past Wednesday, October 7th, Concord Student Activities hosted comedian Ron Placone through Zoom. Placone has been featured on SiriusXM Radio, The Young Turks Show, Comedy Central, and at various universities around the U.S. During the Zoom call, Placone hit topics such as the election, where we are as a country, how to be inspired in the age of disinformation, and, of course, provide laughs in these difficult times. He also stuck around for a little bit to provide students with the chance to ask questions of their own of the comedian and political commentator. Former world champion boxer and Concord alumni Christy Martin will speak to a group of Concord students on Thursday, October 15th. The Sports Illustrated cover athlete played basketball here at Concord until graduation in 1990. The Southern West Virginia native got her foot in the door of the boxing world by entering a local tough woman competition, which she placed first. Martin was also the first female to be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Her perseverance throughout her bouts of domestic violence is what pushed Christy Martin to use her platform to bring further light to such issues. For any further information on how to view the live stream, please contact Maria Harper at mharper@concord.edu or by phone at 304-384-5262. This past Wednesday, veterans and individuals currently serving in the military were invited to Concord University's Veterans Groups for a Military Appreciation Day luncheon at the Irma Bird Higher Education Center in Beaver, West Virginia. This event was sponsored by the CU Veterans Upward Bound to CU Student Veterans Association and the CU Office of Veterans Services. The Concord University Veterans Groups and also designated and painted reserved parking spots at the Irma Bird Center for Combat Wounded Veterans. For any other information on Veterans Affairs, you can contact Dr. George Williams at gwilliams@concord.edu or 304-384-6300. Concord University's Environmental Geosciences program is hosting a live online presentation of this summer's earthquake near Sparta, North Carolina on August 9, 2020. A shallow magnitude 5.1 earthquake struck near Sparta. The earthquake was felt across several states with more than 80,000 Did You Feel It reports submitted to the U.S. Geological Survey at 1 p.m. near the epicenter. People experienced strong quaking and more than 500 buildings were damaged in what was the first earthquake in southern Appalachian region to have broken the surface of the ground. The talk on this earthquake by North Carolina Geological Survey geologist Dr. Jesse S. Hill will describe the recent Sparta event as well as the nature of the earthquake research in Appalachia. The public is invited to attend the online lecture and live Q&A this Thursday, October 15th, 2020, beginning at 1:10 p.m. The movies have taken a backseat in the midst of this pandemic. One tradition has stayed strong, and the Pipestem Drive-In has seen a resurgence in the way we all watch movies. Opened in 1972, the Drive-In has been showing movies for almost 50 years, and for them, the Drive-In has been seeing steady business with theaters being closed all over the state and area. October, however, is the final month of their movie showing season, with them playing a whole host of spooky movies in anticipation for Halloween. This week, we have Scream and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Tickets are $7, and you can catch either of these movies all weekend. For more information, contact them at 304-384-7832 or on their Facebook page. That's all we have time for this week's MLN News. I'm Hannah Gates, and this has been Mountain Lion News.